Hi, Carol here, and welcome back to my craft room. I am going to do a technique for you that is called the ghosting technique, and I'm sure everybody has done it. I'm just going to do a different twist on it for you, and we will get started. I put my new camcorder up, and it is actually charging under here, under my feet. This thing here. I had it up. I was going to use it because it has that fantastic power switch that it's a pause button, and it stays in the frame, and you don't even know you were paused out. But I got it up to use it and realized that from all my practicing and trying to get it down, it was had no charge. So I had to run and get my camera and start over. So here we go. I decided to just get a new card, and I'm going to use the Bravo Burgundy cardstock A2 size. I'm going to use some Stampin' Up! Markers to do some coloring technique for you, and I'm using the baked brown sugar cardstock here, to which I'm going to cut on an angle when we get finished. So what I decided to do was, like I said, the Secret Garden set. You can't get a sweeter floral set ever than this one here. And I've already ran it through my die cutting machine. This one is the Vine Street. That's right, Vine Street. I thought with floral, of course, you're going to need Vine Street. And we're going to use some Midnight Muse, Bravo Burgundy ink, and whatever else I have laying around here that looks good to add to it. So let's get started. So on a ghosting technique, you need two inks. One that's going to ghost in the background, which you would obviously assume would be the white, right? Our white pigment ink, because pigment ink is wet. I'm just going to set this aside over there. So we're going to use this, and let's see. I have two flowers on the go. I think I am going to use this one here. Okay, so I want to make sure I get out my cleaner as well, because I'm going to be jumping back and forth. So I will, let's see, which way do I have this? The wet going this way. Let's get everything else out of the way. And I'm telling you, I have things going everywhere. Just a second here. I have a 6-foot table, as you all know, if you follow my blog. And I'm just going to show you, because on here I have inks going from there all the way down here, all the way up. All the way down, and all the way across, all the way up. Oh yes, and that's Dazzling Diamonds, not Salt and Pepper. So I can reach them. That's why I'm showing you. So I can just go over and I can reach everything because it's right there. And my caddy and more caddies. I have 5 caddies going. That's crazy, isn't it? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 caddies. Sorry. Wow, let's not leave out one, right? And it is just, when you start pulling stuff out of everywhere, whew, I'm telling you. So if you see me going like this, it's because I'm reaching for all these inks in front of me. And, all right. So let's start. So you want to, I'm going to fill up this side of the paper, because I am going to do an angle technique, and I am going to emboss this with white embossing powder. And I'll tell you why. I don't want to lose the, it's a pigment ink, so you can wait on it. Excuse me a minute. I'm just going to grab, I forgot to get I grabbed the wrong powder. So you have a little bit of time to work with it. But I want the ghosting to show up instead of to be a dull feature in the back. And it will dry not as bright as the card shows. So I decided to do this. So I should have used my embossing buddy, but it's okay. I will try and get it all in here for you. And because I'm going to color it with the Stampin' Up! Markers, to have that resist on it will be nice. There we are. So let's put this lid on. I've had too many accidents of things falling to not know to do that. And get that out of the way. And let's grab a cloth. I tell you, my cloth is well loved. There we are. Just so no mistakes come on this card. Doesn't that look nice? So you have that beautiful white texture. I'm going to grab the embossing tool, turn it on to get it hot, and we are going to do this technique. And we can add some leaves, we can add some texture after. First I want to get it embossed. And what's nice about the embossing, when you emboss, I have learned over the time I have been doing this that you should not go like this and you should not go back onto the same one. You should just take it and follow it, which is hard to do because if you get on a kick of going like this, I watched a video on that and they said just follow it along. So you're going like this, you're watching it melt. And for somebody that likes to twirl it like this is hard to do. But once it gets hot, it dries pretty quickly. So I'm going to go, see, the natural motion is to swirl. Gotta stop myself. There we are. And it's pretty hot. If you ever put your hand under that, you know it melts pretty quick. If you've ever got burnt by one. And I can't remember what I did and what I didn't do, so I'm just going to give it a run by. There we are. Oh, the heat felt good actually. Okay, so now let's do our ghosting, which is a wonderful technique. The look is amazing. And let's just start. I'm going to just pull my sleeves up here because I don't want my sweater into the mix. And let's start with the Midnight Muse. I'm going to, since I have this down, I'll close the white up. No, I won't because I think I'm going to use that. Put it up there. Bravo Burgundy. And, oh, I lost my spongy. And my spongy for this, I always put one of my little makeup sponges in there in case I need them. The other one just fell on the floor. Okay, because I held this up straight, we're going to see which way I did it. I did this one like, I can tell by the ridges. So this one was like this. Okay, that's good. So I will start out with the Bravo Burgundy. You're going to set it just to the side. Pressing down. Oh, I love this look. And because it dries quickly, look at that. Love it. Back to the, from the blue to the burgundy. And with a technique like this, you don't need to worry about, okay, I'm going to take it to the burgundy and I'm going to rock it on the other. There we go. Just beautiful. And you know what I like about this one? You don't have to be exact. I can even go back on this like that and add a double swirl. It's not going to mean anything. It's beautiful. Okay, so I am going to cut this on an angle, and because this here, I'm going to cut right here, and I'm going to use this side. So my cloth, you can tell I've been doing a lot of work today because from my cloth. Started out clean. Look at, yikes. Okay, so this card is going to be quite simple actually. It's a nice, one of those nice mass producing cards. And if you want to go in and you want to add some green, we can do that. Now, I am only going to do the tip of this green, and then I will go in afterwards and do like that. I do not want, because I'm only doing this side, I'm just watching what I do there, and that's all I want. So you want to clean that off, and then you can go into your white and you can ghost it after. Okay. Okay. So let's just pull it off to the side, to the side, to the side. Love that. I love this look. I'm not kidding. Some techniques you can just do a lot of, and this is one of them. Okay, so now we have that done. Once you see it on the card and you do some, I'm going to close these up. Just excuse me a minute. And then I will grab some markers and we will proceed. I need the Midnight Muse and the Bravo Burgundy marker. So excuse me while I grab them. Midnight Muse, Bravo Burgundy. Let me see. You know what? For time's sake here, I am going to use my inks. I'm going to use a watercolor brush. So let me put this away. And this here, let's grab some, yikes, get that off there. So let's put some color right there on your craft mat. And more color there. And let's grab a marker. Versamark, let's see. Okay, so because I'm going to use this side, I think I'll start coloring in this flower. So let's grab some of the Midnight Muse. And this way you will actually, it will resist on the resist, but will sure give you a nice color on the leaves as you're doing it here. And then just take a piece of paper to take the ink off, and you can pull it out. And it's almost like a craft cardstock actually, this color. So it's really nice to work on. It not only, the baked brown sugar I'm talking about is like a craft paper, and when you do the emboss resist, you don't have to worry about going in. I'm taking some of the burgundy because I have two. It's just so pretty. And basically you're staying in the white, in the white parts that you see. And it gives it this really unbelievably ghost effect. I am not coloring, if you're wondering, I'm not coloring the negative. I'm not coloring the colored part. I am coloring the white embossed resist. So I don't care that the you know, that it's differently stamped, right? Because it's ghosting. I am staying in with the white embossed part. And the rest of it will stand out even more as you do this. Okay, I'm going to leave that leaf. I want that leaf there. So you're just going to, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. Okay. So I want the inside darker. And my eye is only going on, let me show you. I'm going to come up close to the camera so you can see this. When I'm doing it, I'm coloring in the white. I am not worried about the ghosting part here. I am just doing that. And it just gives it a richness that you can't believe. It's just beautiful. It really is stunning. So you can decide to either pull, I want this one, and because I'm going to cut this off, I want this to stay that color. So I'll move on to this one. And I'll darken and go to light. And you know, it's easy to follow. All you want to do is stay in the white. It's basically that easy. Okay, I'm going down to the Bravo Burgundy, and I'm going to go back to these leaves up here, and it makes the white jump off the page. So I'm down here, and the two colors just really work well together. Jump back to the dark blue, and don't forget that you're working on the white if that's what you decide to do. There we go. And I like the plain, I like the two colors. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to grab my cloth because my elbow will go in here. And that's a for sure. Okay, so let's get cutting and putting that card together. Move this aside. I'll put that away after. Now I'm going to cut this on the angle, so I have to just put my blade like this, corner to corner. Going to make sure it is in the frame. It is. Okay, and let's move that up. And I'm dealing with a dull blade, so I want to go fast here. Okay, so this, you're going to have two of them. You can do what you like on there. And then I want to take this one that I did the embossing with. I'm going to cut it to 5.5 because that's my page. Actually, I'm going to cut this here. And then I'm going to size it like this at 5.5. Let me try that again. There we go, to 4.25. And the reason why I do it exactly like that is because I'm going to cut it on an angle to do the other side of the card. Like so. Close as I can. this has to be if you're waiting on a blade, you got to be fast on that because there. So we have that. Now let's get our card. And here comes the beautiful construction of it. I just love it. The ribbon, I haven't picked out yet. I'm going to set it up there. Let's get our cardstock. Another wonderful mass-producing card. So this is going to go on angle this way, down in this corner, like so. Beautiful. Now, because if it has ragged edges, it doesn't matter because you're going to put ribbon across the middle. So I'm not worried there. I'll just glue it down. Whoop, back it up. And once you get that down, that's stuck for life. Okay. And there you have it. Look at that already. Isn't that beautiful? Just the watercolor is beautiful. And because I use this side, I might go in just a tad on to darken this up, just on the cardstock. No color, just what's left on there. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do this one. Yikes. On the cut, how did I do this? I'm starting to panic. Oh, I guess I cut it like inverted. Actually, I don't even mind that look. Okay, so let me just see here. I guess you have to watch your cuts, eh? Yeah. That's all right. I'm just going to take the top of this off. I just see it needs a little bit on the top. Okay. There we go. And let's put this down and then add your ribbon, and basically you have a gorgeous card. And on the inside I am just going to do some stamping, some shadows, some ghosting. And there we are. Perfect. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is. I said, I think it is. Okay, so I think I am going to grab, I want to bring out both colors. So let me see. Yep, that's it. My first pick of ribbon is going down here. So let's get her on there. This is the Midnight Muse. And it's going to have that like that. And let's put that back. This is really pretty. And then I'm going to use double-sided tape on here. Right down the middle. I think I'll go this way. It's probably easier. You can use Tombow Monomulti, you can use whatever you want, but on ribbon I just find this works well for me. Gives me a good placement, like so. Then I just take it up and cut the right angle on the card like that. There we are. And then you can add whatever you want on the bottom of that. I'll see what it looks like too. Just going to look at it for a minute and see if there's anything else that needs to be added. I think very quickly I am going to take some of my dark ink here of the Bravo Burgundy, and I think I will come in on this card. And because you did an embossed resist, you can, I'm just going to drag this light all the way out like this. I think it needs something on this side. And I'm doing the white, remember? Like that. And that is beautiful. Then you take your cloth, and because it's a resist, it will take it off on the white. I just thought I might take a little bit more dark out on here. There. Just so you can see it. Beautiful. It honestly is a beautiful card. You could go on and do all of that if you wanted to. And because you're just doing it where the embossed resist is, you just wipe it with the cloth and it's back. I'm just adding it deep in towards the card stock like that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't think it needs a bow. I don't think it needs anything like that. I think it's simply stunning. Your eye always sees something. It always catches something at the last minute. So then you can take your cloth, baby wipe, whatever, go around, whiten up the emboss resist like that. And then whatever sentiment you choose to go on that, you can put in the middle. And it's just a sweet card. I'm trying to see where my, if there's a sentiment in here. There isn't in this set, so this is just going to be one of those cards that sits and put a note on the inside. And like I say, you can take your white craft ink and you can add a little bit of, does somebody want to help me with my craft ink? Right there. Whoa. Too many projects on the go, I tell you. You can add this at the end. We're slowing down here, and I am just going to put a white leaf right here. There you go, a little ghost leaf. Isn't that sweet? And that's all you need. There isn't anything else you need to add to that unless you want to do an actual, I like the way it's light on one side, dark on the other. And you have yourself a blessed day, and this just came out perfect. I am really pleased with it. There you have it.